Good afternoon. It is 4 p.m. here in South Korea. I am Arirang News. AI anchor, Arirang. Health Minister Cho Yoon has said constructive discussion with the doctors will take place as soon as possible. But he added the government's original plan to increase the number of medical school students will not be discouraged. The announcement came as President Yoon over the weekend ordered to flexibly handle the issue of suspending the medical licenses of the doctors who are taking part in the mass walkouts and to create a council for dialogue. The government announcement didn't stop some professors of medical schools from submitting resignations on Monday. President Yoon has promised to back major infrastructure projects to support a semiconductor cluster centered on Yongin City in Yongin Province. This came as he held the 23rd edition of a series of public policy discussions with citizens. Returning to Yongin, where he held his first policy talk, Yoon laid out plans to build new transport and residential infrastructure to support the city's growing demographics. This includes a semiconductor expressway stretching across the cities of Yongin, Pasong and Onsong. A new semiconductor Meister High School will also open in Yongin to support the chip ecosystem in the area. To facilitate these plans, the government will push for a law on special cities to give them more decision-making authority for their respective development plans. 4 gunmen appeared before a Russian court on Sunday for their involvement in the terrorist attack on the Crocus City Concert Hall in Moscow Friday night. The attack left at least 137 dead, according to a Russian news agency. All 4 gunmen were identified as citizens of Tajikistan and were remanded in custody for 2 months. The 4 gunmen are facing charges of a terror attack committed by a group of individuals resulting in a person's death. Aside from the 4 individuals suspected of carrying out Friday's terror attack, 7 others have also been arrested for their possible involvement. Despite IS claiming responsibility for the attack, Russian President Vladimir Putin hinted at possible involvement by Ukraine. Israel has agreed to a U.S. proposed prisoner hostage exchange deal and is waiting for a response from Hamas. If Hamas agrees to the proposal, Israel would release around 700 Palestinian prisoners in exchange for 40 Israeli hostages. The proposal was put forward by U.S. Central Intelligence Agency Director William Burns, who helped officials in Doha mediate talks between Hamas and Israel. Earlier this month, Israel described Hamas' proposal of releasing 700 to 1,000 Palestinian prisoners as ridiculous and absurd. But Israeli state broadcaster Kan News reported that Israel is now ready to make significant compromises to have abductees return home. Meanwhile, the United Nations Security Council on Friday failed to pass a resolution proposed by the U.S. that called for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza as a part of a hostage deal. Despite 11 of the 15 council members voting in favor of the resolution, Russia and China exercised their veto powers. Occult thriller Exuma reached the milestone of 10 million theater admissions on Sunday, just 32 days after its release on February 22nd. Exuma became the 32nd movie to attract more than 10 million moviegoers in Korea, and the 5th one since COVID-19, following The Roundup, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Roundup: No Way Out, and 12/12 The Day. In terms of Korean movies, it is the 23rd one to exceed the 10 million mark in ticket sales. The movie, directed by Jang Tae-hyun, is the first movie in the occult genre to reach the milestone. Jang has pioneered the so-called Korean occult genre with his previous films The Priests and Savahu: The Sixth Finger. That is all for today. Thanks for watching.